What's going on, investors? AK from Fallible here, and today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic. Are we in the middle of a market crash? And I get asked this question all the time, and I honestly don't blame the people asking me because the markets are so volatile right now. It's crazy, but it's all good because I'm here to help sort it out. Long story short, no, this is not the crash. Sentiment, positioning, and technicals all say that we're getting close to the bottom of this move, and the market is actually setting up for a monster rally, at least in US stocks. So let's take a look at the technicals first. The S&P is now broken below the important 2600 level, and it's right at its long-term trend line. Right now it looks like we're getting that capitulation sell-off, and now we're looking for the SPX to dump below that trend line and probably sell off to the 2500 level before reversing. It's very likely that this is all a huge bear trap, and it's kind of the same thing that we're seeing with small caps. They're getting close to the 200-week moving average and the long-term trend line. We should see the small caps break below that level and then have a quick reversal higher to regain that trend line. Now if we look at sentiment, all the indicators suggest that bearish sentiment is finally becoming near consensus. Bank of America's bull and bear indicator is near extreme bearishness levels and should give us a buy signal in the weeks ahead. And what you got to remember about sentiment is that it's a contrarian indicator. So as soon as everyone is becoming super bearish and they think it's the end of the world, that's when markets rip again. Bull markets, they don't die on excessive pessimism. Bull markets die in euphoria. You can look at UBS's data on the positioning of fund managers in US stocks, and it shows that holdings are near extremely oversold levels relative to history. Again, that's evidence for a reversal. And then we're getting articles like this with the mainstream non-financial news calling for a crash. I mean, this is in the Times lifestyle section of all places. This is not where you see market tops. Then you got Ron Paul back to making headlines pitching doom and gloom. And the American Association of Individual Investors Sentiment Survey shows that bearishness is at its highest level since February 2016. And the State Street Investor Confidence Index for North America is at its most bearish level since 2012. The percent of stocks trading above their 200-day moving averages is now at only 19%. So this is a deeply oversold level. The last 3 times this indicator was this low, it marked a major bottom for the market. And one last thing you could look at is the major gap that's formed between the ISM and the SPX. So typically they track each other because the ISM is an indicator of economic growth. So if there's strong growth, there should be strong company earnings, which is why the S&P will move higher. So this type of divergence is very rare, and it'll likely be closed by the SPX doing most of the work by moving higher. So all in all, we think US stocks are setting up for a huge buying opportunity, and we should see a major bottom in the next 1 to 3 weeks. And if you haven't already, make sure you get your free FOMO trading guide. I know in these types of volatile markets, there are huge rips that we tend to miss. And when we miss them, we start feeling that FOMO. And that's exactly what you don't want, because you start doing stupid stuff, and as soon as you jump in, the market's going to turn again. And that's just what you got to deal with in these new volatile markets. So get that guide so you can get rid of your FOMO and protect your money. There'll be a link in the description, comments, and there'll be a little thing at the top of the video too. And last but not least, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for email notifications of the next video that's going to be released. We publish about 3 a week, all markets and business related. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.